What's up, world? It's your girl T Fizzle. Okay, so if you haven't heard, there's a really kind of sad story going around. It's about a 14-year-old girl named Erica Barnes. She's from Queens, New York, and she's about to go blind in one eye after putting in some colored contacts in her eyes. Basically, what happened is that she went to the beauty supply store and she had bought some colored contacts. And she ended up falling asleep in them, and supposedly they told her that she could just clean them out with water, and she fell asleep in the contacts, and she ended up getting a really, really bad eye infection that's kind of eating through her cornea. So she's going to lose, sight in that eye.
I guess Rihanna and all these different actors and actresses that have colored eyes and they want to be pretty.
The desire to look like celebrities might be fueling the craze for colored contact lenses, but for Erica Barnes, her decision to change her look nearly cost her her vision. The 14-year-old had only worn them for a day, but that was enough to damage her cornea. Her doctor says even after her infection is cured, she will have a scar and will likely need a corneal transplant. According to the FDA, any contacts, even those for cosmetic purposes, can only be purchased with a valid prescription. But Erica says she picked hers up at a beauty store in Queens for $20.
I seen the contacts and then I asked them how much was it, and they said it was 20. I said, am I able to buy them? They said yes, and then they showed me all the colors and I chose them.
And they never asked you for a prescription. Did you ask if you needed a prescription?
Yeah, I was like, do I need cleaning, anything to use to clean it? They was like, no, you can use tap water.
Using a hidden camera, we went to 3 different beauty stores. At each one, we were able to buy contacts without a prescription.
And you don't need a doctor's note or something? Okay.
We also didn't get any care instructions, but cashiers gladly took our money.
My child's sight is worth more than $20.
Erica's parents have had to stop working to be at her bedside. They want to share her story to protect other teenagers from the same fate.
Keep in mind, they come with no cleaning solution, they come with no instructions. You just buy them like you're buying toothpaste. It's ridiculous.
What kind of bothered me with this situation was so many people passing judgment on the little girl. I think a lot of times as adults or as older people, we tend to forget how it is to be a kid. We tend to forget about our insecurities. We tend to forget how it is to be 14 and 15 again. And I think that's why I relate to a lot of young girls, because I'll never forget how it was to be in a particular space and time as a kid. I'll never forget those insecurities. I'll never forget the names I was called. I'll never forget the things I went through when I was a shorty, because at the end of the day, it's what shaped me to become the person I am today. So I think instead of people passing judgment on her and saying that she's a self-hating little girl, that's what she gets, making fun of her, I think a lot of us need to step back and go back and talk to our 14-year-old selves. You know what I'm saying? At 14, you're insecure. You're going through a lot of changes with your body. You don't understand it. You're insecure about different things, and it's just a shame that people forget that. Everybody at 14 was not like, the super swagged out diva, whatever. At 14, you're not like that. You're not the shit factor at 14. You're going through a lot of insecurities. You're going through a lot of growing, and that goes for men and women. A lot of people are shocked that people can buy contacts at the beauty supply store. I don't know why people are shocked. They've been selling contacts at beauty supply stores since I was a shorty. I remember getting a pair of contacts when I was 16. That was quite a while ago. I remember getting a pair of contacts, Hazel contacts, from the beauty supply store. I think when we first started experimenting with colored contacts, we did it because me and my homegirls, we all had colored contacts at one point in time. My girlfriend, she went to the doctors and she got hers fitted, and they gave her like the solution. So that's the only reason why we knew to use solution and not water. And I would think in 2011 kids would know to use eye cleaning solution and not water. That's why it kind of is funny that they're saying that the store person told them that. I don't know if the store person would really tell them that, but who knows. I remember back then, like Mary J. Blige, Little Kim, it was a lot of celebrities who were into the whole colored contact thing. And I think that's why a lot of girls back then did it, one to emulate celebrities and one, to like switch up our look. I haven't worn them in like 10 years. Like, this was like when I was like 16. I haven't worn them since because I just, I like my brown eyes and I've come to really accept myself. So it's not, that's just not me. But I know there's still grown women out here who walk around with blue and purple and gray eyes, whatever, to each his own. But I guess I'm making this video to warn girls that I think we just need to start loving ourselves and loving our features and loving our brown eyes and stop worrying about trying to be like celebrities and stop worrying about trying to emulate the Nicki Minaj's and the Little Kims and everything else. Nothing is worth risking your eyesight. If you're going to wear colored contacts, you need to do your research. If you're going to buy them from the beauty supply store, you need to be really, really careful. And I just think it's really, really a shame that this girl's about to lose her eyesight. It just shows that there's still a lot of insecurities that are in our community. We can say what we want to say and we can knock her, but again, what are the images that are being shown to children? The women who are considered the most beautiful in the industry, the most successful, they all look a certain way. You have Rihanna. She has beautiful hazel eyes. And I don't know why the news lady said they were contacts. Those are Rihanna's real eyes. Tyra Banks, she has beautiful hazel eyes. Beyonce, she has really light, pretty brown eyes. So a lot of girls see that. And they feel like, if their eyes are dark, they're not as good enough. Like a few years ago, I had talked about that story where people were getting contacts implanted into the back of their eyes. And people were going blind from that. And I'm just like, is it that serious? I can see the colored contacts if they're going on top of your eyes. But to get contacts inserted into your eyes, I will never understand that at all. Maybe it is self-hate, maybe it's insecurities, but I think before we judge a 14-year-old girl so harshly, we need to look in the mirror and think about the things that we were insecure about at 14 and 13 years old. There are a lot of things that I had issues with, so I can't knock her for wanting to try on some contacts and thinking they might help her self-esteem, and unfortunately now she has to pay for that because she's losing her eyesight. So just a warning to all the little girls out there, I don't think you guys need contacts. It's not worth it. It's not worth risking your eyesight. Love yourself for who you are. There's nothing wrong with having dark brown eyes. I love my brown eyes. I went through that little phase for like a month or two, and it got too annoying having to wake up and put them in, and if you cried, they would fall out. It was just too much. So I'd rather just deal with my natural eye color. I just want to know what you guys think about the whole situation. Do you wear color contacts? Have you ever tried color contacts on? And what do you guys think about beauty supply stores who are selling colored contacts? Because a lot of them are doing it. This is not a new trend. Like I said, I remember buying beauty supply contacts 10 years ago. So this is nothing new. They've been doing this in the hood. It's nothing new at all. So let me know what you guys think. All right. Deuces.